Today is Tuesday, August 23rd. Today, later in the show, we will be announcing our new Trivia Time question for this week.
Stay tuned each week as there will be a new trivia contest announced each Tuesday with prizes from local merchants and our sponsors. Today's sponsor is Sons of America Legion Post number 27 of Plymouth. Today is National Sponge Cake Day. Sponge cake is a firm yet well-aerated structure similar to a sea sponge.
Let's start off the day with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the moment of silence.
Hello LJH, I'm Kylie Dalton.
And I'm Olivia Simpson.
We are here with today's weather. Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 81.
And with a low of 57.
Today's lunch is popcorn chicken, broccoli with cheese, and fruit fry.
And for tomorrow's breakfast is cinnamon toast, cereal, fruit, and juice.
Have a good lunch, LJH.
Thanks, Alyssa and Eric. Another great lunch ahead for today. Thanks again to our amazing cafeteria staff.
Today on Campus News, we will continue our segment on New Faces at Lincoln, followed by a trip to our fax room as part of our Focus on the Classroom segment, and review how to be safe here at Lincoln in the second in a 4-part Stormwatch series. But first, let's head over to Brennan and Grace and find out what our new Trivia Time question is this week.
Welcome back to Trivia Time. We are back this week with another question and more fun prizes. This week's question is, what food do dog owners name their pets after more than any other? Submit your answer to LJH Digital Storm under the A&E Contest tab.
I think it's time to announce birthdays this week. We have several. Yesterday's birthdays were Cassidy Collins, Kendall Collins, and Sebastian Jimenez.
Today, we have Jeanette Alfaro, and tomorrow is Annie Fend. Thursday's birthdays are Cole Barton, Miguel Contreras, Mason Keller, and Alexis Rose.
Saturday is Jonathan Diaz, Lily Diaz, Clayton Fieldman, and Ethan Pike. Finally, to end our week, on Sunday we have Christina Andrews, Cameron Culp, Rosa Calaga, and Katie Thielman. Happy birthday from all of us at Digital Storm. Now let's get started with our campus news segment featuring our New Faces of Lincoln and review safety here at LJH as part of our Storm Watch series.
Today will be second of the 4-piece story on our character education values here at Lincoln. Let's find out a little more about how we can be safe at LJH.
Don't forget to be safe.
Hey, you guys, keep coming over here. You're not being safe.
Mr. Hopple, can we roll higher to... Whoa! Whoa, you need help? Do you need some help?
Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about okay?
LJH. I'm Miranda Garman here with Mr. Lindsay here. I'll be talking about what ISS is and what's going on in there. So I'll bring it to you.
All right. ISS is in-school suspension, and so I hope I don't get to see any of you guys. But if I do, if you have a little mistake and you mess up, you're going to come see me, and the rules are pretty simple. You're going to sit there, you're going to do your work quietly, you're not going to get to have anything to drink, you're not going to have anything to eat, you're not going to be able to chew your gum. You're going to have to be quiet, do your work, serve your time, and move on.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, you bet. This is fantastic. Good work. All right.
Today will be our first trip to Mrs. Darefield's fax room. Students have been busy sewing and cooking this year. Let's take a look at her secret recipe for making chicken nuggets.
fermentation, so the focus is making sure we're handling all the raw ingredients properly. We are doing baked and fried so that they can compare the tastes of the two different kinds, and I think they're pretty excited.
We don't know so far because they're still cooking, but me and Anna did most of the work, so it's going to turn out great because whatever me and Anna do turns out great.
It is taking forever because the AC over there was blowing out our stove, so we had to switch the kitchens, but now it's going pretty good.
Now let's head over to our sports team, Daniel and Drew, for an update on our LGH football team and how they fared Saturday in their first games against Logansport.
The 8th grade game Saturday was canceled and is doubtful to be rescheduled, but the varsity football team did play.
The varsity football team hosted the Bremen Lions on the newly renovated field and beat the visiting Lions 33, kicking off the season with a 1-0 record.
TDs.
Tomorrow we will continue with our Stormwatch series and focus on being positive at LJH segments, see what Mrs. Darefield and Mr. Shively's students are up to this week, and a closer look at Storm Radio. That's all we have for today. We will be back tomorrow with more LJH news, weather, sports, but before we sign off, remember our words of wisdom for today. As a man is, so he sees. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.